Hey folks, welcome back to the Image Duo. My name is Coniel Watch. I am a fashion stylist and image consultant. And I'm here with my very good friend, Mr.
Mwenesi Musalia, the one and only performance coach and image consultant. And this is 100 questions on image with us, the Image Duo. We are now on question 4.
Question 4. How can personal branding lead to a successful career after quarantine?
Yes, we're in that period now, Connie. Yeah, coronavirus and the COVID-19 epidemic has taken over the world in ways that that history has never seen before. It's unprecedented. And many people finding themselves in isolation. Most businesses have been closed. Everything is slowed down. Economies have slowed down. No one's flying anywhere. And so this question is very apt for this period. We're praying that this is just a temporary situation, which, you know, God willing, it will be. So how can personal branding lead to a successful career after quarantine? Honestly, if you're not doing any personal branding right now, in my opinion, there's nothing you're doing.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to start this conversation. Do you need to shower as you're quarantining and working from home? It's a very basic. Mwenesi, it's a basic question. Do you need to have a shower? Do you need to have a routine? Like wake up like your normal time, like you'd be going to work. Do you need to have a routine? It's a very valid question. Very valid, because some people are in PJs 6 p.m., 5 p.m. And I'm not looking at anyone, but I'm just saying.
You know, when we talked about personal branding in question 1, you mentioned, you know, values, the impression that you leave, and the final aspect of communication. Showering and grooming is an absolute must. I think, you know, many of us think because I'm working from home, because I'm isolated, I don't have to take care of myself as much. But remember, you are still going to have to interact with people online. And the people that you're with as well at home, you will have to interact with them as well. But most importantly, and going back to the values and the mental question, how your routine is and what you set for yourself on a daily basis will remain even after this quarantine period. So if you get into a routine and the habit of not showering, not taking care of yourself, to get back into it is going to be that much harder. And anyway, you still need to keep yourself sharp. So it's not just about keeping your mind sharp, but keeping your body sharp as well. Exercising, showering, grooming, eating right. That still must continue. It has to continue, because you don't want to say, oh, well, because I'm quarantined, let me let myself go. Okay,
so quarantine, you still have to have a schedule. Life must be as normal. So, but now, let's look at it after. How will this lead to a successful career after? We're thinking of the after. Because this is where we're at now. But what happens after?
So, personal branding really is about making sure that you leave some kind of impression. We mentioned the word impression. Impression is visual. It is visual. It is a picture. It is a mental picture that you will leave in the minds of other people. How can you do that in the best possible way? The internet. We have social media. We have access to technology now and devices. So if you can make the most of the internet, I mean, right now, I would imagine that people watching this will realize that we both showered this morning.
Groomed ourselves.
We groomed ourselves. We took the necessary steps to bring ourselves A game. The A game doesn't change.
It doesn't.
Right? And we are trying to show that example ourselves, to show that, you know what, as much as quarantine and this epidemic is upon us, we're still going to use technology and to our advantage. We still need to maintain that impression that people have of us, because people know me for my image consulting and my performance coaching. People know you for your fashion styling. So that doesn't change. Just because now that Corona is here, it doesn't mean that you stop now paying attention to your fashion, to your makeup, to how you look. It doesn't mean that I should also let myself go. I mean, you know, I have an image to uphold. So I would suggest that wherever it is that you are, maintain that impression, because it doesn't change just because you're at home. People still need to see and hear you, and whatever they're seeing and hearing will have an impact.
When I see, what I'm hearing is consistency. You have to be consistent. So I think the take home here is, whether you're, you know, even when you're in quarantine and even after, your brand has to be consistent. Is that the take home from this video?
Sure. Don't let yourself go. Whatever you were doing before, if you were still showering, waking up and getting dressed and whatever, keep showing up. Except now you're showing up online as opposed to showing up in your physical spaces, whether it was your office or your customer facing environment or whatever it is. Keep showing up.
True.
You have to keep showing up.
True.
People are still going to be, your relevance and your value is still going to have to be maintained. And so use this moment to keep that routine going.
Exactly.
Make sure that your personal brand, whatever it was that you had, continues, because when this blows over, the ones who remain top of mind will be the ones who will be who will have a head start.
Exactly.
If you don't have an impression or a brand worth thinking about, then you're gonna be playing catch up.
Exactly. So consistency.
Right.
Keep showing up and being consistent.
Right.
Thank you.